成日打機啊，新加坡做工3倍啊。
So you are finally ready to start your career in Singapore and living in Malaysia? First of all, congrats! That's very exciting. I'm excited for you as you will face a big change in your life. But second of all, asking someone who has been working in Singapore and living in Malaysia for past several years, I have some tips and advice to share with you. Being a Malau is really tiring than a lot of people will realize. Especially in the beginning, you will need to struggle to wake up earlier, reach home late, no time management, you feel like no life. But don't get overwhelmed just yet, because in this video, I want to share 7 things I wish I knew before working in Singapore and living in Malaysia. Let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the job. Look for a job that is nearer to the Woodlands Checkpoint, because you can save a lot of time traveling in the buses and MRT. I've been working in Singapore for the past few years before COVID. My workplace was at Choa Chu Kang, which is near to Kranji. That is nearer to the Woodlands Checkpoint, and I'm very happy to travel less than I thought. But now that my job is actually further, where I have to travel 40 minutes more just to get to my workplace from Woodlands Checkpoint. So look for a job that is nearer to the Woodlands Checkpoint is very important. Or at least look for a job that provides company transport from the nearest MRT to your workplace. The next thing I want to share about is still job. Look for a job with 5 days work week and no OT required. Because I asked around my friends, they're working in Singapore. One of my friends told me he don't want OT. If you don't want OT, make sure that the job has no OT. Previously, my job was 5 days work week, but I don't know why I go and accept this current job with 5.5 days work week, which is 1 Saturday work, 1 Saturday off, alternate Saturday, and of course Sunday off. Look for a 5 days work week job. It's good that you have more personal time to do whatever you love. Like me, creating content on YouTube. I really hope that I have 5 days work week job, because I have to squeeze everything like scripting, filming, editing into 1 day. Instead of sitting down, I want to walk around and talk to you guys. In terms of financially, set the expected salary higher. Yes, you hear me correctly. Set the expected salary higher, but not too high as they might not hire you. It's all about balancing. If you were to set too low, they will just give you that low instead. But first, you must have relevant experience to the job offer. I've come to this experience where my friend who has been working in Malaysia for the past 8 years and decided to work in Singapore. She sets the salary kind of low, so then she gets the medium range of salary. My advice is to set the salary a bit higher than your previous job or current job, which is around $100 or $200. I'm now sitting at my rooftop, so yeah, let's film this video together. I'm actually trying new stuff to like change the camera angle, change the place, change the background, so you guys will have different experience. So let's talk about next point. Request for Spass or Epass. Ask for quota. I'm regretting about this as I'm holding work permit now, but it's okay. I'm not planning to get PR in Singapore. If you are planning to get PR, please take my advice into your heart. It is useful and easier to get PR in Singapore if you are holding Spass or Epass. I will create a video regarding the work pass in Singapore, so remember to subscribe and stay tuned. Check Singapore SIM card and Malaysia roaming, which is worth. I did a foolish mistake where I already bought the Singapore SIM card, then I realized Malaysia has roaming offer. So now I'm using 2 SIM cards, but I'm very blessed that my company give me phone allowance. So let's talk about the Malaysia roaming thingy. I found out my Malaysia SIM card has roaming of 15 gig. 15 gig is actually quite a lot for me, as well as 100 gig in Malaysia for just 80 ringgit. Let's come back to my house, because the next point I want to talk about is compare the rental in Singapore and Malaysia. Let's sit down. For those of you who are from other parts of Malaysia and looking for a job in Singapore, I strongly suggest you can compare the rental in Singapore and Malaysia before coming into Singapore to work. If I were you, I would just rent a house near Malaysia Custom and travel back and forth every day. Let's do some research together. So I'm using Property Guru to search for both Malaysia and Singapore rental. So let's search for Malaysia first, RNF. So as you can see from here, for like 2 rooms, it's 2 rooms, right? It's 2,400 per month. and it's around 800 square feet. There's 3 rooms. Let's set the rooms to like maybe 1 room. Yeah. So it's roughly 2003 for 500 square feet. 500 square feet for 1 room. It's around 2300 ringgits lah. So let's set it as 2300 ringgits for 1 room and 600 square feet maybe. And now I'm in Singapore Property Guru. So let's search like near Yishun MRT. I think most of them stay Yishun, right? Let's just for an example, HDB, and the room is like, I think it's 1 room, right? Also, yeah. So 1 room is around 1,100 Sing dollars, and it's only 250 square feet. $1,600. So it's around 150 square feet only. So it's so small compared to renting a whole unit in Malaysia. So it's around $1,300. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. So let's assume it's around 1,200 Sing dollars for a 150 square feet room. I want to emphasize this point is that I'm giving an example that you're renting a room or a house alone in Singapore or Malaysia. Because some of you might say, I can rent a room with my friend in Singapore for just $600 in a month. Can share with them. But also you can share with your friend for renting a whole unit of condo in Malaysia with just 1,150 ringgits, which is around $350 in a month, which you can save out to $250. And I want to emphasize is that you're renting a whole unit of condo in Malaysia. It's around 800 square feet, but you rent a room in Singapore, it's only 150 to 200 square feet. It's so small. It's just 四面墙。Fastest way to commute from Malaysia to Singapore, vice versa. This is one of the mistakes I make for my current job, but I'm very blessed to have nice people around me. My colleague who also works in Singapore and lives in Malaysia, she gets me the fastest way to go to Woodlands Checkpoint, which I'm going to share with you now. Previously, I was taking CW, the yellow bus at Kranji, which takes me forever to the queue. One day, my colleague told me that you can actually alight at Woodlands MRT and take the bus 911 to the train checkpoint. I was like, wow, I didn't know this. So I tried, and yeah, it's actually a few minutes faster, but a few minutes is very important to us. And also, I want to share with you guys, if you want to go from Malaysia Custom to Singapore Checkpoint, you should take 170 or 160 because it's faster. No matter you take 170 or 160 or 170X, either bus you can go to Kranji. But if you were to take CW, the yellow bus from Malaysia Custom to Singapore, only one bus, which is CW1, can go to Kranji. Then the CW2 and 5 just go to Bugis and Newton, so you only have one bus. Whereas for 170, 160 and 170X, you have 3 buses to go to Kranji. So that is the faster ways. Thanks for watching, guys.
Now that you know these things, faster go Singapore walk. Okay. Watch this video next to land your dream job in Singapore.